Oh, we recording? I think we are. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Let's get this. There we go. Got my mic. You better see my mic. Just great. I told myself I wasn't going to use this chair. Whatever. Got my coffee. We live. We live. We live right now. Today is July 14th, 2024. And we're doing pretty good. Yeah, we date these. I don't know why, but we just date these. Documentation and all that stuff. We're doing pretty good. I should actually got my eyes earlier before I started this podcast. But we live. The camera's on. I'm recording from my recorder. And it's a lovely day today. I still love rain, but most people say, see, that's why rain sucks. Because of the crap that happened to you. Okay. You go outside, people get heat strokes all the time. You're not complaining about that, right? A little feisty today. I don't know why. I had a really good night's sleep. I want to get comfortable. Let's get comfortable. Let's sit back in the chair. We can move our mic. There we go. So there we go. Mic is moved right. I'm still mostly in the frame, and I'm doing this from the window. I think this is one of the best spots in the house. I got my window light coming through, and then I just try to lower it as much as I could within reason. But yeah, we're here. We're chilling. We had a Hurricane Beryl come through Houston and surrounding areas. I'm the surrounding areas. Yeah. There we go. This one just keeps doing this thing and all that, but it's all good. That's the way we roll. So it came on Monday morning, very windy. Couldn't really see anything. Power turned off for a little bit, for like 10, 15 minutes or seconds, something like that. Can't remember. It doesn't matter. And then it turned off, and then it did not turn back on until Saturday, yesterday. And I've been rocking my brother's generator ever since then. He got power Tuesday. I think Tuesday. I can't remember. He got power Tuesday. So, I'm going to talk about this coffee. It's my Brazilian bestseller, the one that's going to make us a lot of money. I don't know what I'm talking about, but so I've been rocking his generator, been cooling one room. I got his AC too, and yeah, so that's what happened. It was an interesting day. It was a very interesting type of day. So we are doing pretty good right now. We're in front of the camera. We're talking to it to get better. And yeah, ever since I made that commitment to just trust and go with coffee, I've been really contemplating of how I was going to do that. And the way that I'm going to do that, which is cool, is, yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about, is to do a post every day. And what that looks like, I'm still trying to figure that out. But I've been on it a little bit, bear with me. I just had a hurricane that wiped out most of my electricity. Had to do what I needed to do for the day stuff. And then, yeah, so we're here. We're grooving, doing our thing. We're relaxing. No problems at all, at least not yet. And I had a topic, and then I didn't have a topic. So now I don't have a topic. I should have wrote that down. But let's just talk real quick. I'll check Amazon again. There's some movement on that, but we'll see if that actually is what it is. I got this dog. She's downstairs. She's very small, very feisty. But Amazon's doing its thing. And yeah, don't know what else to say. I'm just trying to get better. better each and every day. That's all we can do. I'm gonna have to do this 1 to 10. This 115 is not. It's not where this coffee's at. It's probably grinded it to coarse. This coffee can take a lot of grinding, so I'll play around with that too. So yeah, it needs some work. Did a flat bottom. Did the April brewer. We could talk about that, but for the most part, I did almost 3 plates on the squat rack, which is pretty impressive for me. I've been doing this for a couple of years now. I do need to send my dude an email so he won't quit. One of the YouTubers I look at, he squats every day. He's been doing it for like 1,700 days. You do the math. That's a lot of years squatting every day. I've been doing my journey for about 1,300, so I'm a little bit less than him. But he's talking about quitting and all that crap. But I'm gonna talk to him about that. Hopefully he hasn't quit yet, but I don't think he has. But we'll see. But yeah, so the hurricane came through. People dispersed everywhere. Family in and out of people who had power. I did the same thing. Went to my mom's for a little bit, did some work there, did some work at my brother's. I just wanted to be home. My dog was with me and all that good stuff. So we were just everywhere and kind of just figuring out things. It may just slow down, may just stop. There's not too many things I do want to or need to have to do, you know? Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Let's see if we can play around with that. Okay. This is the thing that we're going to do. We're going to see if we get. There we go. Let's get this closer to me. If you do it a certain way, it's not going to show up. But we'll see how well it works. I have a white card, gray card, and a black card. Gray, I believe, is 18%. That's what they usually do. But we're going to do it one more time. If you turn it a certain way, there we go. Make it a lot easier. We'll see if we can do a color grade that way. If it's just that easy, just putting this thing in there, pushing, clicking 1 to 2 buttons. That'll be interesting. But we'll try that probably today just to see. But yeah, I've been busy. I've been busy with a lot of that stuff. But I purposely interesting. I don't know. I didn't turn it on. It turned on itself. It's doing this thing. The computer, that is. Because it turned off on and off a couple times. I do need to get a breaker box for this to take some of that surge off. I'll work on that later today. There's a lot of things we got to get. No sexy, no fun stuff. Just stuff that you need to be prepared. Just adult stuff, right? So, yeah. So, but yeah. So, I think I did do a podcast on Wednesday because I did have some type of power energy or something like that. I'm so behind. I just been producing, and I think that's the thing that I'm realizing now is that now that I'm doing something a little bit more than what I'm used to, it's overwhelming. Before I can produce and then work on it on the content side of it, edit, do all that stuff. But now since I produce almost every day, and it's going to be every day, that's on top of me like practicing in front of the camera to get better in front of the camera, public speaking and all that, right? The other thing is to actually just produce something related to coffee, and that can be anything. And what I've been doing is going on the Reddit boards, kind of getting ideas of what people are asking. I'm not necessarily answering those questions on there. It's just giving me video topics and ideas. So then I can go ahead and post those, and some of those will actually be videos. I think I have actually like two that are going to actually be videos, and then 2 to 3. So things are moving, but it's just piling up, and I don't like the feeling of things just piling up. And now I'm backlogged with a lot of greens and not enough things that need to be worked on, so to speak, right? So. Hello. What does that sound? There we go. Thanks, BDS. There's too many things going on for me. Got the camera. You can actually see that. It's whatever. That's the background. Apple background. I got an Apple. So yeah. So It's a lot of contemplating, a lot of thinking, and a lot of things that's just trying to figure out how I'm going to go about my workflow now because it's changed. I'm trying to be great at this. I'm trying to be really good at what I'm doing. And me kind of approaching it each and every day of trying to get better in front of the camera, trying to get better with topics and ideas and concepts. That's really where I'm at with a lot of this stuff. So far, I got 2 votes. One person says shorter videos, coffee rant videos, which is cool. I love coffee rants videos, you know. I may do that one today with a coffee rant about my old or used to be old producer, and we'll see from there. Um, I do like asking other people. It's kind of cool to kind of just put myself out there and just kind of get ideas for ideas of what I need to or want to or what I should do. I can see it in the analytics of like what people are watching, what they're not watching, what they care about, and all that stuff, right? But it's pretty cool to like ask people and they give you something. So far I have again one person shorter videos, which I can do, and then coffee rant videos. So I just thought I don't know why I put that as a topic, but that's what people are at least 2 people are asking about right now. Yeah, so I think that's a rant video. The one I did about this coffee sucking again. And yeah, I put it out there and all that good stuff, but we'll see if anybody wants a cup of coffee or a bag of coffee or whatnot and everything. So yeah, so it's cool. It's really cool to just put yourself out there and try to get better because I think I'm okay. I'm good. I'm almost that good, but I want to be great at this. So the only way to really be great is to constantly practice. I know, Iverson, practice. We talking about practice? That dude was good as fuck. So he can practice or don't practice, but me, especially this new, I'm gonna practice. I'm gonna have to practice every day, do this in front of a camera, get better, understand the things that I'm trying to do. And that's all we're trying to do, just trying to get better. And as we get better, I know other people will see it and go from there. But it's pretty cool to just say, I don't give a fuck. I'm just talking to my friend or to myself in front of this camera. This fucking computer. Let me fuck around with it real quick. It'll be ready for me when I'm done with this podcast. So that should be unplugged for a while. I don't need to mess around with it right now. But yeah, I do like the setup right now. When I get the big interface and all that stuff, it'll be just right. It'll be where I need it to be. It'll be okay, if that makes any sense. So yeah, yeah, it's just harder to get things going with this thing. It's just a lot easier to move and groove and do your thing and set up the things I need to. But this recorder is really life saving. I can travel with it a lot easier. I can do more things and all that. So let's talk about coffee. We're about 16 minutes in and we haven't really talked about coffee. So is this a rant right here? It can be a rant. Let's make it a rant. Let's just practice ranting about somebody saying that they need some. Is that the dog? No, that's my wife. I know that's her. She's up, but it's all good. Okay, here's the coffee. This is a Brazilian coffee. This is one that I sell all the time. I roast all the time. I think it's a medium roast, light to medium roast. And it's been off roast for about 2 to 3 weeks. I'd say 2 weeks. Almost 3. Let's just say 3. Okay. So now that we know that, this coffee can last about a month and a half easily. Still have most of its clarity and profile and all that stuff. It's a what's another way to controversially name this coffee? It's a basic bitch. That's what we're gonna call it. And that's what it is. It's I don't know, that's probably a little too harsh because this coffee is that's what people want. That's interesting. You're just talking about it right now. And talking about coffee, talking about things, talking about everything that that we're trying to do and understand and all that good stuff, right? Um, it doesn't. It's just really middle of the ground. Switzerland, right? It doesn't take a side. It's not offensive. It can be offensive because it's just one nutty and chocolatey. So I guess those two notes. But that's the thing. That's what people want. They don't want the complicated. They don't want the only fruit forward coffee like that Colombian coffee and that Kenyan coffee. That's the thing about this. And it's interesting to kind of just talking about that and figuring this out is that this is what this coffee is. So it presents very well. It's very neutral. Okay. So I did about a 1 to 15. I don't really know because I didn't do 10 grams. I did 12 grams. And then it's a lot harder to actually measure that out. Actually, it was close. It was like 1 to 14, 14.5, 12 and 15 times 2 was 12, 2 over 30. So I did like 174 inside the cup. So I did a flat bottom. I don't think that mattered that much. We'll talk about flat bottoms another day. But the thing about this coffee is that it was just okay, right? And I did do the things I do with it. I did 200 degrees. 200 degrees is a good temperature for this coffee. I think it was lighter roast. So next time I think I may bump it down to like 190. And I've been really liking playing with different temperatures. That's one thing I did like about that coffee since I couldn't really figure it out. Or I did figure it out. It just didn't present it the way that I wanted it to. And that's another thing that is going to be critical in understanding of what I do moving forward with brewing coffees. I can get to my areas of understanding that coffee a little bit better, a lot faster, because I'll be willing to just throw everything at the kitchen sink with that coffee, with that time and space and all that good stuff, right? So yeah, I got some new coffees coming in. Small bag, just a quick little series. And that's the beauty about this. I could do it quickly, series like faster. I can play around with Bourbon or Pacamara or whatever the hell else type of varieties and all that good stuff, right? So we are going to see. But I guess what I'm saying with this coffee, which I'm going to talk about soon, I'm going back to a topic that I didn't really finish, is that I'm too all over the place. I'm kind of not over the place, but I am because now I'm putting more things out there. And as I put more things out there, my old workflow doesn't work with the new one that I haven't figured out yet. That's what I'm saying. So once I figure that out, things are going to get better. It's going to smooth sailing. I'll be able to produce more blog posts, more things in general, and really just put myself out there into the place of where it does make sense. I can start putting ads on the website, seeing we getting AdSense that way, and then promote from there, and then keep adding more things. This is going to be a churning out business because it's bigger than just me selling a bag of coffee. It's about giving people real insights and helpful tips and tricks and all that they can really use on their journey. Their journey is their journey, but I'm here to help them along their journey. So there's also like bag reviews. That's yeah. I may do a rant about the April brewer, or even to an extent the about innovation in coffee. I may use the switch as an option and all that stuff. But it's gonna be interesting how I go about the rant and all that stuff. But I do want to do some B-roll of a grinder that I do have that's $15-$16 grinder. And we're gonna play around with that. So it's gonna be a lot of things that's in my pipeline that I just keep churning out videos, doing more videos and getting ideas of more videos and seeing where that goes. I'm contemplating 256 megabytes of cards, but I actually may go up a little bit more because I hate keep switching them. But we'll see. We'll play around, keep going. The 520, 512, probably that. I think that's big enough. If it's over 512, that's you're bizarre, you're crazy. And then yeah, I don't know what I'm going at. Let's get back to this coffee and end this podcast, right? This is what this is. Hopefully I could get something interesting out of it. But okay, this coffee. Here's this coffee. So this coffee is a good coffee, good indicator. I make it all the time. I brew it, blah, 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 right? I guess the thing that I'm trying to get at it or trying to get you to understand is that coffee does what it does, right? It tastes the way it tastes. And it's pretty cool that we can get better and understand coffee even more as we taste it, as it changes, and as we change. Because we change. We change all the time. We don't realize it, but we change. So, flat bottom, this coffee, what did I do differently? I don't know what I did differently, but it's not coming out the way I would have hoped. I don't think it's the actual brewer, even though I don't care for flat bottom brewers. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting as we drink this coffee. We're gonna make some more coffee, and then when we make more coffee, I won't tell you about that because I'll be done with the podcast by then. I already grinded this coffee too, just in hopes that it was going to probably cut off my power again. Oh, it feels good in this house, even though it's a little cool. So yeah, what else do we need to do? What else do we need to focus on and channel our inhibition or however they say that word? And yeah, that's why I can't use teleprompters. I can't read really well. People's like teleprompter. You can tell. I can't read. I'm okay at reading, but no, it just doesn't come off very well. And I think that's the beauty of me just talking, getting comfortable, because the information is there. It's just a comfort level, but I am getting there. I'm getting there to the point to where it does make sense. And as I get better, understand, and you get better and understand, we're going to be just growing and loving and helping out each other, right? So, yeah, interesting stuff. Interesting. Yeah, a rant video. I'll write that down. I don't think I need to ask ChatGPT about rant videos. But these are my like own gripes. And that's going to be the interesting parts about all this, right? So as we go and do our thing and we're going to get there and get better about that, it's going to be extremely interesting. So we're going to see if we can bring more out of this coffee. I think a lower temperature is going to help out this coffee. A 190 temperature is going to help out this coffee. It may be 180, 185. I do need to heat the vessel first and then put the back in because I want to use the slow pour. I like the slow pour. Slow pour is where it's at. You know, it's still not better as it cools either. This is a couple years old. I'm almost done with it. I got new bags of the same coffee. I'm ready to send to Amazon, but they're tripping right now, as I said earlier. But this coffee's okay. I think it's probably a little too light. If I had to guess, I think it is. I do think I do have enough of it so I can at least gauge what that is, and then I'll play around with the temperature and extraction and go from there. But I think I am going to lower down the. The temperature to see if that kind of helps it out, which is kind of ironic. Or I'm trying to extract it less, but I'm seeing if that provides a more chocolatey type of taste with that coffee while using still a flat bottom. The other one that I'm going to use is more flat. I mean, it's flat and the edges are not flared out. It's just straight 90 degree. The April brewer, it flares out just a little bit, probably like a 20, 30 degree angle, something like that. It's less than Harvey 60 degrees, whatnot. But yeah, so I think that's what I got for you right now. We will work on getting the video podcast up in the next couple of weeks because I'll just produce this as audio. I'll work on the video. There's a couple things I do want to do with this one, but by the time I get to it, I know that it is what it is. I'll get to I'm changing things up with the video podcast. I'm not kind of like rinsing and repeating as I do with the audio. I'm changing up like the thumbnails. I'm going to play around with the title and all that stuff. Those are the same things, but I'm going to make it a little bit more. The package is going to be presented in a way to where somebody who's not subscribed, they can easily get to it. I can play around with vidIQ to play around with thumbnails and video search optimization and all that good stuff with that information. So that's kind of like where I'm at right now with a lot of the video podcasts. I think I have about 13, 14. video podcasts that I started to do, and pretty much moving forward, as you probably already noticed, is that these are going to be, I'm going to be doing video. It's that simple. And as I do video, again, the workflow needs to be better. But what does that help you out? That helps you out a lot of times. You get to see who I am. You get to see that I am comfortable in front of the camera. And more importantly, I'm giving you information that you can digest and take with you and actually use. Because that's the biggest thing. As we get better, understand all the things that we're trying to do, it's all about getting better and all about helping you along your journey, even if you don't buy a bag from me or not. Also, I'll be doing some stuff on the website of recommendations. It will be eventually affiliate links, but again, all this stuff takes time, different workflows, and for the most part, it's a couple of us, me mostly, but kind of just producing these and trying to get these out there for you. But if you want to watch a cool video with this baby in there, is this baby in there? No, this is just a thumbnail. Go check out the mug video. That one was pretty cool to me. It may not be cool to you, but I thought it was pretty cool. You know, just because we all go through it. Just like we drink coffee. So we'll see. But yeah, so that's what I got for you right now. We're going to keep it moving and grooving. And I will talk to you later. And we're going to get back more on our grind. So bye. I don't know why I do this now, but that's my bye now. Things always evolve. That's the cool thing about this. We can talk about that later as another podcast episode topic. It's like how things always get better. And people don't really talk about that as much. And then when people get better and they explain it to people, they don't truly really understand what's going on when things happen that way, right? If that makes sense. I don't know what I'm talking about. But okay. Talk to you later. Bye.